president of Gopal Snacks. We have Mr. Rigan Raithatha joining us on the show. Mr. Raithatha, hi, morning, and thanks so much for your time. Let's talk about the new update that you have intimated the streets with yesterday with the Modasa Namkeen facility now commercially operational. How soon do you expect the capacity to ramp up meaningfully, and what will be its impact on your product availability? How is this going to improve your regional reach? If you could explain all of that to us.
Yeah, hi. So good morning to all viewers. So yes, we had started the trial production of our Modasa Namkeen facility in starting of the November, and now we have started the commercial production of our Namkeen facility at Modasa. So Modasa already had the wafer and the snack pellet facility over there, and now with this Namkeen facility coming up at Modasa, so majority of our supply chain issues which were there post our fire incident at Rajkot facility in the last financial year, that almost are all over, and we are quite confident that this should start reflecting in our numbers also.
We are talking about the fire, and is everything normalized completely now at that particular facility?
So Rajkot facility would come up by this financial year. But as far as production as well as supply chain issues are concerned, those things are resolved, and those should start reflecting our financial numbers.
Okay, let's talk about your volumes, and if you could talk to us about some financials as well. Despite seeing a revenue decline in the second quarter, your overall volumes have grown 10% higher, but Namkeens, Gathia, all of them have seen a cut in volumes. How do you expect volume momentum to shape up in the second half, given that the festive season is also underway?
Yeah, so as I said earlier, post-fire, there was a major supply chain issues in our organization. And that was the main reason those volume growth was not seen in our numbers. And since now these issues are getting resolved, all the GST impact should also start coming into our financials. And worst is over for Gopal Snacks Limited. Going forward sequentially, there should be growth in volumes as well as top line numbers.
Quantify that growth for us in terms of volume and in terms of revenue?
So for next 2 to 3 years, we are projecting to grow by around 15 to 20%. So next year should be around 1750 to 1800 crores number, and then 2000 to 2100 and 2300 crores number, kind of a number we are looking at top line.
Okay, so that's your top line projection. But also talk to us about your recent update. You have recently added long-term third-party manufacturing partners in Karnataka and Uttarakhand. How are these going to support your regional expansion, and how does this improve your reach overall?
See, these two arrangements have been done primarily to cater the north and the south market, because over there, there is availability of the Gopal Snacks product and acceptability of the Gopal Snacks products. Now, to increase our reach, these two agreements have been mentioned, so that will help us to more penetrate in the states like UP, where currently our yearly top line is around 70 to 80 crores kind of a number. And by these agreements, we should be seeing around 30 to 40% growth over those numbers.
Okay, and your margins have been very volatile over the last few quarters. In the September quarter, you reported margins at 6% versus 12-13% margins that you reported in July-September quarter last year. What is leading to this kind of volatility, and now going forward, where do you expect them to normalize?
See, as compared to last financial year, the Q2 quarter, there was post that there was a major increase in the palm oil duty, which hit our profitability to the tune of around, partially we were able to pass on to the consumer, and partially it was part of our P&L account. And also our fixed cost has increased in the current financial year owing to this fire incident. So as we will grow more in terms of volume and in terms of top line, we will be seeing an operational leverage coming into in. There was higher trade discounts given in the current financial year. That should also come down. So owing to that reasons, things should be normalized partially in the current financial year and fully going forward in the next financial year.
Okay, and if you could talk to us about the volume and the revenue mix between your core and non-focus states. So how is that balance shaping up?
So our focus state, that is Gujarat, we are having around 65 to 70% of the revenue, and the non-focus state, it is around 25%, and rest is other states.
Understood. So that's as far as your revenue mix is concerned. But I wanted to ask a follow-up question on your volume guidance. And you did tell us that you're expecting 15 to 20% volume growth for the next 2 to 3 odd years. But now
Right.
for the second half of the year, because the Rajkot fire incident is behind us and perhaps operations have normalized, how much revenue do you aim to register in the second half of this year alone?
See, as we have stated that we have started our commercial production from this month onwards, that is 1st of December. So we are reviewing the situations, what would be the top line for the current financial year. But what as a trend which we are seeing that things are improving sequentially. So if you look at Q1 versus Q2 numbers, those things have improved. So similar trajectory we are hoping for Q3 and Q4. So numbers guidance, currently it is not, we will not be able to provide, but things are on an improvement trajectory.
Okay, directionally, if you can tell us, will you be able to cross that 1500 crore revenue mark?
What I can say directionally, we should be higher than the last financial year.
Higher than the last financial year for the full year FY26. Thank you so much for taking
Right.
your time out and joining us here on ET Now and helping us understand what the outlook is going forward. But